Political reporter Chris O'Brien is at State Parliament where the LNP party room meeting has just broken. Chris, Jeff Seeney's been endorsed as the interim leader.
As expected, Jess, that happened just a short while ago. Although Fiona Simpson did contest the leadership, Jeff Seeney succeeded. Tim Nicholls, as his deputy, was uncontested. So as both Jeff Seeney and Tim Nicholls indicated today, they are now the parliamentary leadership team. And Jeff Seeney joins us now. Jeff Seeney, thanks for your time and welcome to 7:30.
Thanks, Chris.
Peter Beattie says this is either the dumbest thing you've ever done or the smartest thing you've ever done.
Well,
Which is it?
It's certainly different, but I think it sets up a great contest for the next election. The people of Queensland will have a choice between Anna Bligh and Campbell Newman. And I think if they look at Campbell Newman's record, there is only one choice for the people of Queensland. Campbell Newman's record as a civic leader is why he was so attractive to us here in the State Parliament. We wanted to ensure that his experience and his track record could be applied here at a state government level to try and correct some of the damage that Labor has done to Queensland over such a long period of time.
That's all well and good. That sounds like a great idea, but the way you're doing it is very, very unusual. You're a practical man. This sounds like a very impractical way of going about things.
No, it's a very pragmatic way of going about things. I will occupy the formal position here in the Parliament that Campbell cannot because he is not a member of Parliament. But in all other respects, Campbell Newman will be the leader of the LNP election team. There will be no doubt about who the leader of the LNP election team will be. It will be Campbell Newman. There will be no doubt about who the leader of the LNP government will be. It will be Campbell Newman. I will do the hard work here in the Parliament, and as leader of the opposition, I know how hard that can be at times. But I'm happy to do that, to support Campbell, to ensure that Campbell Newman is elected as the leader of the LNP team at the next election.
Even that sounds like a fairly good idea when the time comes, but there's a bit of time to go before then, and you've already seen today what the government's plan is going to be. This two leaders idea before that time comes, you're in for a pounding from the government.
Well, there's only one leader. No matter how the government likes to portray it, there is only one leader of the LNP election team, and that is Campbell Newman.
The election team, but what about in Parliament?
I do the job in the Parliament, and the government will find that I do the job in the Parliament just as I did when I previously held this position. I will do the job in a way that will hold our end up in the Parliament very respectfully. But Campbell Newman will be the leader of the LNP election team. He will lead us to the election. He will win the election for us, and he will lead the government.
You keep saying the election, and I understand that, but leaving aside a possibility of an early election, we are some time away from the election. What happens between then and now? What, say, a big issue breaks tomorrow? Who do we come to?
Well, tomorrow is a little early because we've got some processes to go through. But let's say a big issue breaks in a couple of weeks' time. Campbell Newman is the spokesman for the LNP election team. Campbell Newman is the spokesman who will take our message, deliver it to the people of Queensland. I will do the hard yards in the Parliament on his behalf. I will provide the support for him when he needs it. I will provide a basis for him from which to operate. I will ensure that he can lead the team to an election victory at the next election. That's what worries Anna Bligh and the Labor Party. That's why they're trying to couch all of these other arguments. Campbell Newman is the alternative that we will offer to Anna Bligh at the next election. There is no comparison between the record of those two people.
I keep hearing you say the election team, but I think there's some time to go before then. Although, on the other hand, let's look at the possibility now. If Anna Bligh jumped to an election now, are you ready to go with this new system?
Anna Bligh can go to an election whenever she likes. She's given a promise to the people of Queensland. If she wants to break that promise to the people of Queensland, then the people of Queensland can make their own decisions about that. But in terms of fighting the election, we are happy to fight the election whenever Anna Bligh calls the election, because we believe that with a leader like Campbell Newman leading our election team, we can put to the people of Queensland an alternative government that can correct the damage that Labor has done.
Before the election is called, who runs the party room meetings?
Campbell Newman.
So he'll be coming onto Parliament precinct to do that.
Campbell Newman performs all of the functions of the leader of the election team except in the parliamentary chamber. He cannot go into the parliamentary chamber. That is where I go in on his behalf. I go in there on his behalf. I take it up to the government, but he delivers our message to the people of Queensland. He performs all of those other functions. My role is to support Campbell Newman, to do the work that he cannot do, to ensure that he can lead the team to the next election.
Is everybody in the team happy with this idea?
It is new, and it is taking a while for some people to get their heads around it. But everybody in the LNP team is now united behind Campbell Newman. All of the disunity that may have been around last week has now gone. We are all united 100% behind Campbell Newman as the leader of our election team to win the next election.
Mr. Sini, thank you.
Thanks for having me, Chris.